side subject. We're talking about weight loss really quick. So, because I got a couple people asking me about weight loss, and I didn't know. I do tarot for YouTube, so if you're new, click like, subscribe, share me. I am a tarot card reader, but I did lose a significant amount of weight. And so I felt like it was necessary to help because I kept getting questions about it. And I was like, well, why ignore the questions? I'm supposed to help. So Spirit told me to get up this morning and make this video. So, um, again, I'm Phoenix. And so I'm going to give you some pointers and we're going to talk about some things really quick about weight loss. So, I'll be 41 in December. So I am in my 40s. Uh, I have been overweight my whole life. I've had a weight issue. I, I think at my heaviest I was 355 or 60 pounds. And I was my heaviest in 2011 when I gave birth to my second baby. I went to go start like birth control because I was, married and I didn't want any more kids at the time. So, needless to say, I was with my sister Lucretia, shout out to sis. And we went and they sent me back. They told me I had exceeded the weight limit for birth control. I couldn't get on it. I was trying to, I don't remember if the pill shot, I don't remember. But whatever it was, I had exceeded I was too big. I was way too big. So Planned Parenthood needless told me to say that I couldn't get on nothing. So, and my baby was about 6 months old. So what started me was that I couldn't get around like that. And I was like not grand rising. I couldn't I wasn't able to get around. My daughter was 6 months old, so chasing her around the house was an issue. Cleaning up was an issue. I had got so big that I couldn't see my private parts. I had gotten so big that I had to have people around more so to help me with her because I wasn't able to chase her, play. I tried to actually mostly confine her. Not confine her, but keep her, I didn't want to, in one room kind of. I realized I was winded and that wasn't fair. So that's what made me. And then I kept hearing Spirit say, like, who gonna take care of your kids? You got kids, you're young. So I had tipped the scale about 360. I was in a size 26. I think I had got up to maybe a 4X in clothes. So I had high blood pressure. I had high cholesterol. I was on the way to having diabetes. I was having migraines. My stomach, my health was like declining at rapid speed. So I had to buckle down. So this was 2011. And I have tried diet pills. I have tried a lot of different things. Um, and I'm just going to be honest with you. And this is my opinion. Somebody might go off on me, cuss me out in the comments. I don't give a fuck. I don't really believe in surgery. I don't. I don't believe in surgery for weight loss. It's okay for some people, but I have seen it go bad. So I'm not a person that wants to gamble with my life. So needless to say, one of my friends went and had the surgery, and then I didn't. And she's even bigger than she was before the surgery at this point. She's gained that weight. So now you've damaged your stomach lining. That's why it's like if you don't, it's just not, it's not, and that's why I feel that way. You don't know if you're going to be able to contain your stomach to eat those small meal portions, and then when you go over, you stretching your stomach back out. They didn't cut you open. That's just not. If So I, needless to say, I was too scared to do it. I'm not knocking nobody that did it. If it worked for you, God bless you. Have nothing to say. But I watched it go wrong for somebody, and she's fine. She's alive, but her health is still declining. So I don't believe in doing that. I did it the old-fashioned way because I was too scared. So okay, so let's see where do we start from. So what I did was I'll give you like little pointers. Okay, so the first thing is I wanted to say if you want to do this, because I have Patreon, and Patreon is more of a closed thing. I don't want to disclose certain things because I just don't. That's just me. Spirit said don't disclose everything on YouTube because just don't. I ain't supposed to help everybody, just certain people. So I was thinking about for Patreon, I was gonna if I had enough people join that was serious about losing weight, I can do a video 3 times a week on Patreon just for that, for weight loss. Because everybody that's on Patreon now, that's for my tarot, so that's completely different. But I can put whatever I want on there, and I can actually add things like how I lost the weight, fitness. I actually was thinking about doing a workout video on there, but that's if enough people join for weight loss. I don't want to do that, and then it's just for tarot. So that's a side subject. But if you're really interested and you want to do something every week with me, and you want to, I feel like it's worth it. It's $14.99 a month, but I mean, I would walk you through everything every day, like almost every three times a week. I would walk you, but I would give you enough content that you would be okay for the week. I would tell you how to meal prep. So I would get you ready for each week on Patreon. But that's if you want it. If you follow my specific instructions on Patreon, you're good. Okay? So, but let me know. So anyway, okay, so getting back to where I was going with the weight loss thing. Okay, so, oh Lord. Oreo, come here. Come here. Come on. So, a couple things that I did. So, I started to, if I had stairs in my house, I walked the stairs over and over and over again, like on purpose. It was something that I did on purpose. I parked further away on purpose. So like if I went to the store, I will park further away. These are little tips, little things that I did. I had to cut out a lot of things. I used meal portions. I didn't eat chocolate. I didn't eat bread. I did 6 meals a day. I did 3 snacks, 3 meals a day. So I did 3 real meals. I did 3 small snacks, which is, 6 altogether. I stopped eating. I cut my eating off about 6, 7 o'clock. And then if I did get hungry throughout the evening, I ate like fruits. I did a lot of fruits and vegetables. A lot of protein shakes. I think that was the main thing that was like really big for me was protein shakes. And I used to, and I only used one thing, and I'm gonna be honest, I love Herbalife. I live by it. I still use it now. I haven't had it in a couple months now, but my body started to like crave the nutrition from the shakes. Instead of me craving the chocolate, I started to crave the nutrition from the shakes. So I did about 2 shakes a day, sometimes even 3. I started my morning off with a shake. The very first thing I did every morning, and I drink a warm, not a warm, but a room temperature bottle of water. As soon as you wake up, the very first thing I would tell you to do is to drink a bottle of water, room temperature. Have it by the bed. It's to flush everything out throughout the night that from the day before. The warm water or the room temperature water helps your stomach not stretch, because when you drink cold water, it does stretch your stomach. I'm someone that could never drink the room temperature water, so guess what I did? As long as I drank the damn water, that's why I said. So, but if you somebody that can drink, my daughter drink, I can't do that. I can't drink room temperature water. So, needless to say, that was one thing that I did was that I drank the water every morning. I drank about 8 bottles of water a day, maybe even 2 gallons when I was going through the weight loss. I have not been doing that consistently because I'm not finna sit here and lie to you. Haven't been doing that consistently. Needs to drink more water. Me, myself, needs to drink more water. But that's what, when I was dieting and trying to get the weight off, that's how I started my morning. Even before I ate a meal, Spirit said to tell you that I would drink a bottle of water. So you know how you're going to eat your breakfast or your lunch, and you're somebody that, if your appetite is huge, because one thing you got to know is the more weight that you lose, the smaller your appetite becomes. Like, I cannot eat a lot at all now. No matter how much I try, even if in my mind I want to, I'm stuffed at a certain point because I'm smaller now. So, if you ask me what size I wear now, I think this is a medium, but these pants is a small. So, I could actually wear a small now. So, I know that's like really a lot. Like, me and my kids could wear some of the same clothes. They take all my clothes now. It's the thing about weight loss. So anyway, for breakfast, I always drank a shake, protein shake. I did sometimes eat like a salad. Um, I'm really big on fruits and vegetables in the morning. So, and I cut out all the pork. No pork, no salt, no sugar, no, and what else did I do? I'm trying to think. No salt, no sugar, no pop. The only pop that I would drink would be the pop from ginger ale because sometimes my stomach is a little flaky. So Canadian dry ginger ale is fine. But outside of that, and you have to limit your cans with that, maybe 2 a day, especially if you're on a diet or you're trying to lose weight. So no pop, no sugar, um, a lot of walking. I did a lot. I'm talking about a lot of walking. I did a lot of walking because I was too large to do a lot of things and I was too winded for a long time. So I didn't hit them stairs for a minute. I had to work it up. And one thing I did do, because I'm a person that's honest, I never always stuck to the diet because that was something that was hard. My appetite was very large. So I would penalize myself. I was more self-disciplined, more in a military style mind. So if I went out, let's just say my sister said, let's go have a cocktail, and I know that I wasn't supposed to necessarily have that cocktail, I would, that following morning, well, when I come in, I would flood myself with a lot of water, and then that next morning, I would do extra laps. So the penalty for cheating or, doing something you weren't supposed to do the day before is I had to do a mile, walk an extra mile, drink more water. That, and I know that sounds crazy because somebody will say you to stick to it. I couldn't all the time, so I had to find ways. So eventually, I got tired of doing the extra stuff, and I would just like cut it, or I just would take my L and do the extra workout. So this is some of the clothes that I couldn't really find. I posted pictures of how big I was. They are more on the community board, but this is like one of my skirts. This is how big, So like. This is an old skirt, and I think this was actually too small. Yeah, this is a 3X. So I ended up, I can probably put this whole thing. I could probably wear this as a dress, not at the top. That's how big it is, and it'll still fall down. But this is like one of my skirts that I had that was when I was so I couldn't really, because I couldn't find, and then this was the dress that I had on when I weighed in at, 355. I mean, you probably can't. I can't even put it all the way on camera, so be it. But this was my dress, like. So this how small I got. I mean, it's like a blanket now, right? So, yeah. So, what else did I do? Stress is a meal prepping and stress. So, I would say if you're dealing with a stressful situation with kids or and you somebody that eat because of things like that, that is something that I believe spirituality comes in play. I think a lot of people try to lose weight and they don't lose the weight because they haven't cleansed their chakras. And I think all that, to me, in my personal opinion, goes hand in hand. You have to fix your soul. You gotta, when you trying to fix the outside of you, but you gotta start fixing the inside first. And that's how I feel. Grand Rising. So if you don't fix the inside issues, the outside will never be addressed. And so that was something that I had to address. So to go into that, what I mean is some of the reasons. Thank you, love. Thanks, babe. God bless you. The reasons why some of the issues that I had and that I have no problem talking to you about is I was one of the largest people in my family, like my immediate family. If you know me, thanks, babe. If you know me personally and you know me, I was the heaviest. Like my sister that's younger than me was smaller than me. My mom is small. My grandma was small. So I was the heaviest thing. So that was an issue for me. And so that made it even harder for me to lose weight. It was a thing of not being accepted. So those are things that I just had to address before losing the weight. I kept comparing myself to everybody in my family. And you can't do that. That's not even healthy within itself. Don't compare yourself to people. You're your own person. And that's one thing you got to accept. You're your own person, and you can't take on the way of the world. Like, you have to remember, that's what I had to teach myself. Like, I'm sitting here stressing about bills or a man or family shit. Who gonna raise my kids if I clunk out? If I clunk out this bitch from being overweight, being on high blood pressure medicine, and I'm in my 30s, You know what I'm saying? I'm facing diabetes. I'm facing high cholesterol, and I'm in my 30s at the time. That was not okay. That was scary. Because then I'm like, damn, what am I going to be on when I'm 60? And that's what made me just buckle down. I was scared. It scared me. I ain't going to even lie. I was scared. I got scared. I got scared, and I got scared straight. And so I buckled down. So you have to be really disciplined, and you have to really want it. And you got to want to keep it off. And even with meat, I only ate turkey. Like, even I ate whole wheat pancakes, whole wheat waffles, whole wheat everything. I limit my bread. I only did maybe a slice or 2 slices a day. When I was really buckling down, though, y'all, I had cut out bread. I had cut out carbs to a certain degree. People go crazy with the carb diet. People go crazy with all the little. To me, I didn't do all that. I had common sense enough to know if I was out, I had to eat a salad. You know, I got into Caesar salads. I got into meal prepping. I stayed away from fried foods. I bought me an air fryer. I used the hell out of that at the time. I baked everything. I used olive oil. I just used common sense. I started to tweak things. Even with candy, I had a candy addiction because when I was really big, I used to wake up in the middle of the night and I would eat like a whole pack of Reese's. Yeah, it just depends on the person. I mean, I teach his own, you know. If somebody want to get the surgery, I can't tell you not to. Some people do it and it works out great. Some people do it and it don't. I just am not a gambler. Don't want to take that gamble. Did it the old-fashioned way. And the time you wait on them to approve you, you could be losing weight. So I kept it going. And my stomach still eventually shrunk. Like I said, I can't eat everything like that anymore. So yeah, and then when I got upset, I walked no matter what, you know. I just walked it out. You know, when I got upset, I would go on long walks. I still will sometimes now. Oh wow, they stopped talking to you. Yeah, I would walk it out in the middle of the night. So no matter if I was happy, if I was sad, I walked. If I was pissed off, I walked. Walking became my friend, and then eventually I started to run a little bit. Well, jog. So what I would do is, I would jog from, you know, if I was outside, I would go from light pole to light pole. Or I would say, I'm going to start at this car, excuse me, I'm going to start at this gray car, and I'll maybe say go 10 cars down. I paced myself. I didn't put too much on me. I made sure I took my time, but I became self-disciplined, and I made it the number one thing. Like, soon as my feet hit the ground in the morning, after I said my prayers, thank the Most High for waking me up, drink my bottle of water, I made it a routine. And I'm really big on routines. I'm really big on doing something and sticking to it and adding it to your everyday life. So now like I said, with that, I haven't like been really consistent with my eating habits. They haven't been the best. I have not been like eating overeating, but I haven't been eating the best food because sometimes I'm doing tarot and I have to just grab something, which is not the best. But I don't do that all the time, and I stopped craving a lot of chocolate, and I started to you're welcome, babe. I started to like, why, you know, I started to like, why do you eat so much? Why you know, what was the issues that I wasn't tackling that I was upset about? And then, you know, and I wasn't necessarily raised with my dad in the home. So that was another reason. You know, I just had to go over what the issues was. And then, needless to say, I was married to, I guess I said jackass. So at the time, you know, when I was really the biggest, when I had my second daughter, I was going through a horrible marriage and I was being abused. So all of those things added to me eating bad. And those are things you got to tackle first. You can't, that's why I said you can't. I'm somebody that if you need my help, I have to start from the inside, and then we got to go to the outside. It's a lot of people don't go nowhere with the weight loss because they ain't fixed what's on the inside. A lot of people get the surgery and gain the weight back, and they don't know why they're eating so much. It's because they didn't fix something on the inside. And so it becomes an issue on the outside. And so that's why I said you have to start in and then go out. And that's what I did. I started to minister to my soul, affirmations, things like that. And then I became my hype man. You know what I'm saying? So, and then my kids did. And then I just, I don't know. I just wanted my youth back, you know? So, And you know, this is the healthiest I ever been. I could go outside and double dutch. I could, you know, hopscotch. I could outrun my kids. They asked me to sit the hell down now, and they teenagers, which is so crazy because when they was babies, I was couldn't breathe. And when you see the picture in the middle, the picture that's on the front, you know, my picture for this video. If you look, when I'm really big, that's my baby. That's when they told me I was 360. So that's my daughter that I'm holding. We're at my oldest daughter's kindergarten graduation. So I think she's like 5 or 4, and the baby is like 6 months old. But I'm sitting there. We finna eat pound cake on that picture and celebrate for her graduation. So I was so miserable. Like I had just had her, couldn't keep up with her. She was trying to walk around and get up, and I can't breathe. I can't do that. You know, I'm big like Retribution. I ain't finna lie. Like the Norbit book, that was definitely me, honey. I was definitely Retribution, baby. And I had to get it under control. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. So let me finish what I was saying. I don't eat broccoli. I cut broccoli out. I'm not really an egg eater either too much. So in the morning, even if I do eat cereal like my kids, the Fruit Loops, I still eat that. Now, doing your weight loss journey, I would suggest you stay more strict. Once you get the weight off, I'm giving you also things you can do. I still eat Fruit Loops, but I don't add sugar. Broccoli is horrible. It's not even really a vegetable. If you Google it now, it's horrible. Don't eat broccoli. It's just as bad as corn. So, and you could Google that. Broccoli don't even really digest. It's not even really real. It's horrible. Like, my daughter in there, little shorty in there, she'll tell you, she's like, Mom, don't buy broccoli. But just Google it. You'll see it's something, dang, what was that doctor name, Jada? Oh my God. It's like an older guru guy. He's like 80, 90 years old. Everybody know him. It's the one, Omarion always follows him. I cannot think of his name right now. But whoever the guy is, that the spiritual guide that Omarion, Icebox, you know what I'm saying? He will follow him. I can't think of his name right now. But, oh, that's your daughter's name too? Oh, no, my daughter named Jada. Jada, yeah. But yeah, whoever that is that he followed, it's something about broccoli. And I started to notice that it didn't digest like that, just like corn. So, sweet potatoes are very good for you. What else did I eat? I eat black eye. I eat all beans, green beans. Oh, you said Jada? Okay. Oh, Jada. You got a Jada too, Jada. That's crazy. See, little synchronicity. You got a baby named Jada. Yeah, that's my oldest baby. But yeah, she is the shake maker. Oh, that's what you were saying, the doctor's name. Okay, boo. Thank you. I could not think of his name for nothing in my life. I was like, what is his name? Dr. Sabi. Yeah, that's his name. Sabi. I might be saying it wrong, y'all. But yeah, well, yeah, if you Google him, he got a whole article on why broccoli is like horrible. And once I read it, I was like, okay. So I stopped eating broccoli. Sometimes I be wanting to eat it, but I don't. And I don't eat corn. Yeah, in the morning, I would eat whole wheat pancakes. I would eat waffles. I went for a walk in the morning. As immediately when my kids went to school, that's when I did my first workout. Sometimes I got crazy enough to work out twice a day. I had a house that had stairs to go upstairs to my room. I had a house to go downstairs, so I just hit them stairs. When it was time, I couldn't go outside. I couldn't get to the gym, and I didn't have a babysitter. There was no excuses. Even in my house, I was able to walk the hallway. I'll run back and forth, like, you know, what do they call it back in the day? Tag the wall, tag, you know. So I would do that, but I made no excuses. There was no excuse why I didn't work out. The only time I didn't is if I had a headache or I was like on my menstrual, something, you know, I had a girl issue going on. But outside of that, and I still found, I'm gonna be honest, and then I learned that once I started making it a routine at the time, I got to get back into my routine, it helped with my menstrual cramps. The more I worked out, coming up to it was time for it to come, I didn't really get cramps. And now, to be honest, it's like, I feel like I aged backwards. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, my body is so in sync with these teenagers. It's like 3 teenagers in the house, to be honest. Like, everything from, because when I was heavier, my menstrual was crazy. It wasn't normal. It was everywhere. And that was such a sign to me that I was, like, my body was saying something. Like, if your menstrual crazy and you overweight, that's your it's time to get serious. I mean, it was times it didn't come for 2 months, and then it would come for 2 days. 2 days, and then 10 days. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, so let's get this, let's figure this out. So I started working out, and the more I cut foods out, certain foods out, like I said, I eat a bowl of berries in the morning, strawberries, bananas. Um, oh yes, it helps a lot, man. And I just, that walking, it had got so good to me when I had started working out and made it like by my 3rd month of consistently working out. I didn't have to take pills for my menstrual. I was completely fine. Like I made sure I ate right. I drank tea. I drank water, and my body. Sometimes that's what I was gonna say. Like if you really take care of your body don't need none of the medicines. I'm not on anything no more. I don't take cholesterol, blood pressure pills. I don't take nothing. I don't take nothing for nothing. Like I don't. As far as my health goes, as far as like uh, elements that may be wrong for me eating wrong and my weight, I don't have to take anything for weight loss. So like because I'm overweight, everything got taken away because I started to eat right. So they eliminated things as I went along, and as long as I stay to that, stick to those things, I'm fine. I could sometimes tell when I do misbehave because I am human. I get a little headache, and I could tell I ate something bad, So I try not to do that. I try to make better decisions, but overall, like I said, that's what I ate in the morning: whole wheat pancakes, turkey sausage, turkey bacon. Some people say turkey's not good, but hey, that's me. I ate the turkey bacon. I have no problem with it. No beef, no pork. Even for lunch, I didn't do. I stayed away from white rice. I did brown rice. What else did I do? Baked broiled chicken. Oh, I did every fish in the world. Any fish you can think of, I fished my life away. Some people say fish, is bad for you. It depends. Hey, it depends on you. You do what you want to do. I ain't knocking you. You decide how you want to do it. But those are the things, and I just cut out bread. If I ate bread in the daytime, and I ate bread in the morning. So I would make it my pancakes, my toast. I ate my heaviest meal for lunch, my lightest meal for dinner. And then in the middle of the night, if I got hungry, instead of eating the 4 Reese's cups that I had by the bed, I started to eat like a bowl of strawberries with bananas. And then as I align my chakras, my body starts to crave it. Like right now, I really want a banana. I love mandarin oranges. I just started to really get into other things. And then when I did eat candy, they do have candy like at Walmart. I noticed the sugar-free candy they have. So when I was, on my period, you said you need to get it together. We gonna get it together. When I did have my menstrual, and I craved those bad candies, I would go get the sugar-free candy. So I still found ways to, do things. So, because I still want a candy. I'm just keeping it real. So I will get the Hershey's, the sugar-free, stuff like that. And it really worked. It didn't, the fat-free pudding. I got into vanilla pudding, chocolate pudding, the fat-free pudding. What else do I be eating? I still be eating good, if you ask me. My daughter make a big-ass bowl with the grapes and the granola and the damn strawberries. And I'm talking about blueberries, and I be in hand Sabbath heaven. Same thing with my breakfast. I still eat, like I said, the whole wheat pancakes taste fine to me. I mean, they do taste different, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the whole wheat toast. I never starved myself. I always ate. Oh, that's good. You lost 25 pounds. You just got to keep going. It's okay to stop. We all human. That's why I say I have gained the weight back, and then I lost it, and I gained the weight back. But I have been consistent, and that's why I think I also did that. Oh, you say trying to tell you something about sending me. Yeah, I woke up, I was like, let me go and make this video so I can encourage you guys to keep going with the weight loss. So yeah. But yeah, eat your lightest meal at nighttime. And if you get hungry in the middle of the night, don't starve. That's what just don't starve yourself. No matter what you do. Yeah, that's really good. That's really good, 25 pounds. Keep going, sis. Congratulations. Just keep going. It's hard to get 5 pounds off. Shit, 3 pounds. Shit, you be like, whew. So that's good. Keep going. And that lets you know you can keep doing it. But what's I gonna say? Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I'm telling you everything I could think of in this moment that would matter, that would help you. That was an issue for me. The company you keep sometimes. Oh, okay, that's good. Sometimes the company you keep, you can't go outside sometimes and be around everybody because, you know, they are, that's why I said it's self-discipline. So sometimes you kind of got to go in hermit mode for a little while when you're going on a weight loss journey. You can't be let nobody sidetrack you because they can eat. You know, even if you was hanging around me and I'm eating normal food, you got to ice my ass out for a minute until you start to get, you know, a routine of how you going to do it. But I would just really, meal prepping is important. I would always pick one day a week that you decide you're going to meal prep. Take 10 minutes out your day, write down what you're going to eat for the rest of the week. Make sure you have those things. Take yourself an hour out your day to go to the grocery store and get those things for yourself or order them. Get them to your dough boo. And make sure you start, it's first thing in the morning. Have your granola bar, have your, you know, bowl of cereal, have your fruit. And keep going. Stay away from the scale. The scale is not your friend. The scale will drive you crazy. I would not weigh in until once a month. Yeah, this is the routine. Put that scale up. I had got so bad with the scale, I had to throw it in my sister's trunk one day. That's what I'm saying. You got to be self-disciplined. I literally told her, like a straight addict. I was like, do me a favor. Pull up, pop your trunk. She's like, what? I was like, come get this motherfucking scale out my house. She was like, okay. And that's how you got to do yourself. Don't play games with yourself. You know, I'm a Sag. What they say that I learned with the Temptress card, it's always the devil and the angel on my shoulder. So the devil in me kept saying, weigh myself. But the angel in me was like, girl, don't you do yourself like that. Put that scale in that trunk. So you got to make sure you be in tune to, that's my birth chart. You said you would say, yeah, you got to, that devil wants you to keep getting on that scale, keep fucking with your head. So look at you. You ain't doing good. Look at you. You're doing pitiful. I had got so bad, I had to start weighing myself every day, twice a day. Put that scale up. Don't do that to yourself. It'll discourage you. That's the devil trying to fuck with your head. Probably didn't want me to make this video. But yeah, don't, And tell your sister, your mama, your kids, whoever, don't give me that scale. And you know what? Spirit told me to tell y'all that now. Ask my kids now. They have to lock stuff up for me. Don't think, I want to make this clear. It's still a challenge for me. I am not perfect. I am no angel. I am the Temptress card. I got to stick my toe in and see how that water feel. But I make my kids lock up stuff for me now. Yep. Just so you know, ain't nobody up in here like, oh, I'm so Nope. I tell my oldest daughter, take them Oreos in your room, close that motherfucker down. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm at that time of the month or I just craving something, because you're a woman. You gonna have your, and you know, if you're celibate, you're gonna find yourself trying to replace the food for not having sex. I'm talking about, it's a dangerous game out here, okay? You welcome, babe. I was like, okay, Spirit. I was talking to him, I was like, listen now, y'all know I'm celibate, and I be wanting this food. You want me to give up sex and give up the bad food? Me and my angels we be having some conversations, don't we? We be having, like, y'all, whew. But anyway, because that's a lot to be asking somebody to give up. But I noticed that's why now I have to buckle down more because, you know, that's a lot of giving up stuff. I ain't even finna front with you. I don't know no other way to say that. Shit. The struggle is fucking real. And it's real. It's hard out here. But I don't recommend diet pills. I took diet pills before. I noticed every time I took them, I mean, you know, I did Fat Predator. I did a couple different things, and it did not work. It worked, but it did not keep the weight off. And then I had took some before that had my heart racing like a damn fool. So I have tried a lot of different things, but I learned the hard way that it didn't stick. It either made me gain more weight, I doubled it back. Even with the Jenny Craig meals and all, I done tried it all. When I tell you, I'll be 41, and I've been big my whole life. I just got this size in the last 6 months. I started losing the weight, though, in the last 5 years. It started coming off. But in the last 6 months, it's been consistent the way it is. But yeah, fish, stay away from beef. Stay away from pork. Fish is fine. Turkey is fine. Water is fine. Ginger ale is fine. That's it. That's all. If you gonna drink some liquor and you're going out with your girls, there's a thing, I don't know if they still sell it, but it was some drink I used to drink called Skinny Girls. Like the Skinny Girl margarita in the bottle. You have to tweak everything. Your candy, they got the Hershey's candy, the sugar-free candy. When I tell you I got something for everything, you know, you're like, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. Well, I gotta show you how to eat it. Because I didn't really give up nothing. I found the way to tweak something so I can eat it, so I can still enjoy my life. I'm not finna live my life and be restricted, but I was self-disciplined enough to know I couldn't eat after a certain time, and I had to watch my meal portions, and time is the most important thing. And sticking within that time and not overeating. You know what I'm saying? So those are those portion controls and exercising. I have heard a lot of people say that your meals are more important than your exercise. For me, I feel like it was equal for me because I noticed if I ate bad and I exercised, I didn't lose the weight. But if I, ate good, ate the right food and didn't work out, I didn't get anywhere. So I had to do both for anything to move. And I target certain areas, things like my stomach. My stomach was a really big issue. So I did extra crunchies at night. I would do like an extra 20. I would set a timer and I would go for what I know. And I didn't stop. I just kept going, going, going. And I'm trying to think of anything else I could tell you that would help. I stopped eating in my emotions because I used to get sad and eat. So I started talking more. And then I that fueled me. Like when I did have little disagreements with people, I just walked it off. I just walked and I talked, to spirit. And before I knew it, 12 pounds this week, 10 pounds this week. That spiritual bath helps, but aligning those chakras is important. And the company you keep is important. And who you live with is important. If you live with people that eat bad, it's kind of like you have to tweak the whole house. Don't get me wrong. My kids still eat things, but my oldest daughter is like a health freak, so she don't eat nothing bad. My oldest daughter don't even drink pop. She hate pop. She hates juice. She drinks water all day. She work out twice a day. She work out 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening. She meal prep for the whole house. That's She-Rob in there. So I live with She-Rob. So that's another thing. But she's going to be like a fitness coach, you could tell. So, but my little daughter is more like me. We eat the junk together sometimes. So, my little baby. So, but we don't have a lot of junk in the house because baby girl do the shopping. My 15-year-old, she do the shopping. So, I don't get shit. So, I'm out of control and I'm cool with that because, she's more self-disciplined. So that also helps that if you got, I don't know how your kids are eating or whoever you live with, and my ex-husband ate horrible. So I couldn't, it was hard to lose weight in a house with somebody that, wasn't eating right. So that's why I say it's the company you keep. Me and my sister did, yeah, thank you, boo. It is good because it helped me out because I'd be like she'll even ask me this morning, what you want to eat, and she'll like make things from scratch. She's like the blender lady, the smoothie lady. She making all kind of stuff. So, it works out. But nevertheless, I'm trying to think anything else I could tell you that's important that will help you. If you have cravings in the middle of the night, no matter what meal you eat, always start with a bottle of water. And make water your best friend. Water is the key to losing weight. If I was you, like when I got real serious, I would carry a gallon of water around with me. And when I got like in my mind and I would carry me a gallon of water. I wrap myself too. I would wrap myself with the waist, like to be honest, I use plastic wrap. But don't get too crazy with that because that could break your skin out. If you got eczema, do not do that. Do not do that. Do not do that. Okay? Don't say I said to do it. So if you sweat real bad and your skin real funny acting, do not use the saran wrap, baby. So, but for me, I would use it for I would only have it on for like 20, 30 minutes most of the time. If I overdid it, it was my fault. But the saran wrap, I wrap myself. I'm trying to see if y'all can see me. I would wrap myself up in a saran wrap, and I would start. Oh, yeah, you on my way, Lord Jesus. I would start like up here. So, and I know, and my belly was like, would hang, but I wrap myself. I would start right here. I would wrap myself from the top, and I go all the way to the bottom, and I wrap to the bottom. Like I said, I still got a little pooch pouch, but yeah, I would wrap myself all the way to the bottom, and then I would put on my waist trainer. The ones that snap, the black one, and I cuff that motherfucker, and I go out there and I just do me. Yeah, and I'm trying to think anything else. The stairs. Cardio is very important. Don't be so concerned about toning till you get there. That ain't even important. Getting the weight off is more important. And the more you work out, don't go crazy. Limit yourself. Give yourself 2-day break a week. Don't go crazy. There's nothing wrong with working out twice a day. If you doing something like something, when I say twice a day, that means you're going for a nice little smooth walk in the morning, and you might do some aerobics in the evening. Don't overdo it. I didn't add weights I didn't add no weights for a long time because it was no need to add no weights. I just was more concerned about burning the fat, but it was addressing the issues of mind control about what I ate. What I ate, I had to really restrict myself, and even now, it's the same thing. I would make chicken tacos from scratch. You can still eat everything. You just have to. I ate the light sour cream. I ain't too big on sugar. I tried to like wean myself off of sugar, because all the sugar was Splenda equal. It was just disgusting to me. So I just then gave up the sugar pretty much. I don't drink coffee no more, even decaf. I love coffee. Oh my God, I be wanting a cup of coffee. Jeez Louise. But it's bad for me. For one, it gives me the jitters. I don't feel like I'd be too hyped up doing the reading. So, I just can't certain things. And then that's another thing as a reader. That's what I was gonna say. If you got intuition, it's very important what you eat. It feeds you feed your intuition. So what you eat can also, that's why some people say, oh, I got great intuition. Well, what are you eating though? Like, there's nothing wrong. Oh, cigarettes. It's a no-no. It's a hell no-no. Give them up. Cigarettes is a no-no. If you smoke cigarettes, beer, you gotta cut it out. I'm just like, so those are the things that's like, they ain't no negotiating on beer or cigarettes. Cigarettes definitely not helping with the weight loss. That's something that some people might, it's horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. It ages you very fast in the inside, and it just, so I never have smoked cigarettes, but I do know that it could affect you with weight loss too. So, what else would I could tell you? I'm trying to make sure I tell you everything I can think of if I end this video, because I got to do y'all morning check-in. Is there anything else I could think of? Well, yeah, like I said, if you need anything else as far as that goes, so how long did it take me to lose the 200 pounds? About 2 years, about 2.5 years altogether. I took my breaks, like you said. I'm human, so it'll be a month or two that I messed up, and I gained like 3 or 4 pounds back. I didn't ever gain a significant amount of weight back. I would lose like 50 and maybe gain back 6 or 7 if I got crazy, and I'll catch myself. I always caught myself before I gained more than 10 pounds. So, and then I learned myself. I learned my birth chart so I could learn what I was dealing with. Like I said, I am a Sagittarius. And the day I was born on the 14th. That's the day of excessive. So anything I do, I overdo. So, that could be a good or bad thing. So I can overly do a diet. I can overly eat. And that's what I was doing. I was overeating. So, I had to learn myself. So I had to balance the temperature's card. I had to balance myself out, get myself together. And now that my chakras are in alignment, I don't even really eat. I can't really eat bad like that. I fixed the inside of me, and that really helped with the outside. So now I don't really stand a chance of ever gaining the weight back. Like, to be honest, somebody had just, I had just, not to name names of them, but I had just had an issue with someone that, I had did a reading for somebody, and the person that they related to got upset that they got busted on something, needless to say. So they found out I did the reading, and she cast a spell because she was a bad witch. So she got mad that I busted her out during the reading, helped my subscriber out, right? So she got mad that I helped her out, and she cast a spell because she was a heavier person to make me fat. So for 3 days, I could just feel the energy. I was like, what the fuck is like? And I had woke up in spirit like, oh, somebody cast a spell on you. Like, but that don't work either. So, once you get the weight off and get your mind right, what I'm trying to say, you'll never gain the weight back. It won't come back. It won't be a back and forth thing. Why I kept gaining that weight and losing that weight and gaining that weight, because my mind wasn't there. My mind, I was around bad people. I was in negative situations, and I couldn't keep the weight off. And you also can't be around your hating ass friends. If you got friends that's hating, that's heavier than you, that don't want to lose the weight, that ain't gonna help you either. It's gonna discourage you. You should have to hide your wins. You should always be around somebody that supports you. A support team is important. A support team with a weight loss is important. If you don't have a support team, then that makes it harder for you to lose weight. You have people that want you to gain weight. You're supposed to have somebody say, hey, you're not let's go for a walk. You know, that I did not have. So that made it harder. A lot of times I worked out by myself because I didn't have nobody to work out with. And so, but that still made me more driven. I just kept pushing. So, you know, if you want it, and I put all my fat pictures on the refrigerator. And I went and made the picture that you see in the middle on the front of this video. That one is, like I said, that was the most disturbing picture of me. I blew that bitch up and put it on my refrigerator. So at nighttime when I wanted to go in that motherfucker, I'd be like, nah, close that motherfucker back up. Like, look how you look. Like, do you want to look like that again? No. So I'm like, no, I can't do it. So I would wrap my arms too. I would wrap my arms, and I still got fat. My arm's still fat. My arm's still jiggly. I still got jiggle. But I would wrap my arms with the wrap too. Sometimes it won't stay on. I had to put on a tight fit shirt, you know, like one of those workout shirts. I have done the sweatsuit. I take it right off though. The whole plastic suit. I had the plastic suit. That did help me too. And then I ended up swimming. That was the besides actually walking. Man, swimming was my best friend. Swimming is better on the joints. I know a lot of people have an issue with working out, and I had a major issue. I burned double the calories in the water. When I tell you dive your ass in some water, you know, because when you were a kid, remember when you used to get in the water, you used to get out, you used to be so hungry, you used to wonder why. Well, now you know, you burn so many calories in the water, you in there. So what I learned how to swim, and I taught myself how to swim. So I started going to the Y. Was it the Y? No, it was this place in Fitness Point, I think. But I started going there, and I remember it's an older place where like the older senior citizens go, and I fucking loved it. I don't know. So I started swimming with the seniors, okay? And they look for me every day. Oh my God, I miss them. I'm sorry. But yeah, I used to get in the water with them, and I felt so comfortable. I was able to be myself, and man, I lost like 100 and some pounds just doing that. And it fell off so, when I tell you, if you got time to swim, swim. Swimming up, speed up the process. You're gonna be like, oh my God, because you working everything out. And so I just taught myself. And it became so fun. And when I got out, I would hit the steam room, and your girl was just, y'all finna make me go do it again though. I gotta go do it again. I gotta go swim again. I gotta get myself. It just is so liberating. I don't know how to explain, but you just feel so much better. And they used to play the old school music, and they used to just laugh and be talking. That's why I said surround yourself with positive people, positive things, and the weight will come off. You know, you need to be encouraged. Be encouraged to lose the weight. Let me encourage you to lose the weight. You know, you want to stay here longer, and the things they put in the food now is killing us. You know, so it's important that you eat better. You know, so when you know better, you do better, right? So nevertheless, y'all, I'm finna get to y'all readings. If you need me, though, and if you really want to start a weight loss thing, I can actually walk you through it. If it's something you feel like you can't do on your own and you really, really serious, let me know. Email me and join Patreon. And like I said, I'll walk you through it. For $14.99 a month, I don't think that's bad to be walked through 3 days a week. I will walk you through your meal prep, what to eat, what to stay away from, how to exercise that week. We'll weigh you in, and then we'll just keep going from there. We'll do 3 days a week on Patreon, but I'll give you enough content for those 7 days. You'll know what to do within those 3 days. So, yeah, for $14.99, I'll walk you through the whole fucking weight loss journey. Like, no. And even, I feel like it's good because you're going to also be aligning your chakras. I'm going to start with the inside, and I'm going to work my way outside. There's no way I can help you with the outside of you if I don't address the inside. And that's what we don't do. So it might be some things that you may not be addressing. I definitely was overeating for a lot of things that was going on from my parents' divorce when I was smaller. Just little things like that from the death of my grandma. It was little things I had been ignoring, and then I was like feeding myself. And I also felt like that me being that big made me feel like I was protected. And I had to get over that too. So, you know, it was like, okay. Because I don't, man, can I tell you this before I go? I sometimes don't like being this little because I didn't know that men be so, aggressive, or what do you call it? They just pick you up and throw you around. Like when I was a big girl, you couldn't pick me up and put me on the wall or put me on your back or just, you know, throw me around. I was a big girl. So when I was with my ex-husband, my kid's dad, you know, needless to say, my weight was my protector because he was abusive. So I was able to get with his ass because I was a big girl. Well, I started losing that weight after we got divorced and started dating and stuff. You know, and then after, you know, after my second marriage, I was really small after my second marriage. Like, and my twin was able to pick me up, and then you know, we went our separate ways, and I be like, damn, is it? I miss it, you know, because you're like, okay, can you put me down? Not like, but I'm just like, now I know what it's like just to be moved around, because I was never light as a feather, honey. I used to be, whoo. And now, you know, I'm a small, just, okay, pick me up. Spirit told me to tell you I'm so small, my youngest daughter could pick me up. My 10-year-old, she gonna tell me yesterday, I just like picking you up. Can you put me down, though? Like, it's crazy you can pick me up, and you 10. Yeah, she just be picking me up, carrying me through the house. It's ridiculous. Anyway, y'all, I'm finna go. I'm gonna do y'all video. I just be like, but I mean, you know, I just think, though, that's a moment. Like, you seen how big I was. She's sitting on the table. I got the cake. I'm finna eat. I'm like, and then, you know, here she go, talking about now she bigger than me, taking my clothes. Yeah, so it's crazy. We switch roles, right? Not like that. She's growing up, though, so she done caught up with me. But anyway, I will be back with your readings. If you need me, let me know. I just wanted to make this video, so because everybody was asking me, how did you lose the weight, you know? So I was like, let me make this video, but I can walk you through everything I did if you need me. If not, you know, that's fine. You can email me. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the flip side. I'm finna start y'all energy check. I'm Phoenix. Love you guys. Click like, subscribe, share me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.